Since its introduction, Ahsoka has created a frenzy among fans of the Clone Wars and Rebels, who are eagerly anticipating the Ghost Crew's return to television in vibrant live action. Is the program a deserving continuation of the story of Ahsoka? And does it provide information for people who are not familiar with this aspect of the Star Wars universe? The replies are two resounding yeses. Based on the two-episode Disney Plus series' launch, the live-action characters are seamlessly integrated with their animated counterparts. And while Dave Filoni and company take care to maintain the continuity between the show and its predecessors, there is more than enough here in terms of the writing and performances for newcomers to get a good idea of who these people are. Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati, two brand new characters in the narrative, are Order 66 survivor characters, to demonstrate how incredibly powerful the antagonists are right away and to put the heroes on the defensive narratively. The series opens with these two slicing through a New Republic ship like butter to release Morgan Elsbeth. This is vintage Star Wars. It makes a great first impression and raises the bar for the remainder of the season. Ahsoka is looking for a map that could take her to Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger, wherever they may be after going missing at the conclusion of Rebels, according to the opening crawl, which is done in crimson, which is a great touch. When you contemplate this character's development through the years, Rosario Dawson's acting is unmistakably austere and calculated. Her fight with the HK-87 robots is a good introduction to the type of action we can expect from the rest of the episode. A scene may be made or broken by a tiny detail, and the lightsaber battle is fast-paced and chaotic, but purposefully filmed such that it is simple to follow all of the moves. In part because of her playful interactions with Huyang, Ahsoka's abrupt departure is delightful. Huyang being included in this narrative is a great choice. Because of his appearances in the Clone Wars, the Master Lightsaber Maker has one of the most interesting backstories of any Star Wars character, let alone any droid. It's exciting to see that new program will heavily feature his knowledge of GD weaponry. Beyond all of that, it's just a given that a droid companion voiced by the incredible David Tennant will be present. Everything is positively wonderful. Although watching a Freed Lothal in live action is a fantastic experience, seeing writer Azadi actor Clancy Brown in the same role is much more satisfying. Another character introduction that is almost flawlessly executed and seems in sync with the tone of Rebels is Sabine skipping the ceremony in Lothal and ducking and dodging on her speeder bike, as she sticks up the proverbial middle finger to authority. The program now demonstrates a strong sense of direction and a comprehension of what viewers expect from these adored characters. The conflict between Ahsoka and Sabine has so far been the show's most compelling feature. The visceral tension that Dawson and Liu Bordizzo produce makes it much easier to tie the drama of this show into the dynamics established in Rebels. The fact that they are able to go on with the mentoring by the end of the two-episode storyline makes you feel a little better about Ahsoka's decision to walk away from training Sabine. But first, there was the first and most likely not the last lightsaber battle between Sabine and Shin, which came before their reunion. This match was as horrible as hell. This moment wasn't intended to merely look cool. Its choreography, lighting, facial emotions, and intercutting with Ahsoka hurrying to save her former Padawan all had a purpose. There is a genuine sense of danger there, and the beginning of the tale is effectively set up by Sabine taking a lightsaber to the stomach. Once more, Shin and Baylan emerge from these two episodes looking like heinous murderers. The Corellia shipyard visit by Ahsoka and Hera Syndulla first seems a touch conventional, similar to one of The Mandalorian's less compelling episodes. Although it is enjoyable to spend time with Ahsoka and Hera, the exchange with Peter Jacobson's shipyard officer unfolds in the most predictable manner conceivable. There is no element of surprise when the crap hits the fan, because you can see the deceit coming from a mile away. I mean, really all of it is really irrelevant, because the peak that follows is an incredible banger. Hera and Chopper pursuing the evading Imperial ship is a perfect continuation of their dynamic from the animation, while Ahsoka sparring with former Inquisitor Marok is delightful Star Wars awesomeness. Here, everything works perfectly, and more importantly, the scene is a blast to watch. According to the first two episodes of Ahsoka, it is the major difference between her and The Mandalorian. In contrast to Mando, which has a more melancholy, dark, and serious vibe, this concert is incredibly exciting, bright, and vivacious. However, it is too early to claim that one is clearly superior than the other. But it's good that Ahsoka has a distinct voice that embodies the enthusiasm and vigor of Rebels. This episode is notable for the absence of Ezra Bridger, mostly because of the way Bordizzo portrays Sabine's desire to find her missing friend. Despite the fact that he isn't present, Ahsoka and Sabine are finally brought back together as a result of his valiant sacrifice at the conclusion of Rebels. It's a clever touch to have Sabine use her lightsaber during combat, since it raises interest in his impending return. Of course, Ezra isn't the only character who will be appearing again soon. The quest of Morgan, Baylan, and Shin to find Thrawn and restore his rule using the Eye of Sion is a tantalizing preview of what's to come. Thrawn is one of the most sophisticated, multi-layered villains in the whole Star Wars universe, if not the most. Ahsoka has the potential to be the finest Star Wars television program to date, if it continues on its current course, and Thrawn and Ezra eventually join the action. Shin is forewarned menacingly by Baylan, but the return of the heir to the Empire would undoubtedly be a momentous occasion. War for a few, a fresh start for others. Power to us if you appreciate the video and would want to get these analyses. You are urged to show your gratitude by liking the video and joining the channel. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me and for being attentive.